Alright, Shalom. This is Brother Nahalia from the GMS Orlando camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 1, and it reads, "Though I speak with tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries, and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing." And this lesson is based on charity, and it's inspired by a conversation that brothers were having with the Great Millstone Tampa camp that came down to Orlando to visit. And the brother Ash spoke about this, that importance of charity, and through the Spirit, I just want to go into a lesson inspired by that brother's words, as well as the experience that we had in Orlando this weekend. All right, so again, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 2, and it reads, "And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries, and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing." All right, and charity is an important, very important part of this journey through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It's something that you have to experience through the Spirit, being amongst the body. And through that experience, you understand how important it truly is. All right, and I just want to go into some more precepts. Let me grab this. So this is John chapter 13. And I want to jump down to verse 34. All right, and it reads, "A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another." And the beautiful thing about the body and the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai being amongst brethren is that brotherhood, that dwelling in unity, that ability to have charity and sincere love, to love another brother as you love yourself, and to be sincere with brothers, is a gift. And this is how you would know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's disciples, by the love that they show one another. All right, going back into 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, it says, verse 2 says, "And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and I have not charity, I am nothing." And many examples have come of men who have been astute in prophecy and all mysteries and all knowledge, and had no charity. And through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, we're in a time where, charity is, as it says in 1 Peter, charity covers a multitude of sins. And as we get to the closing chapter of this grace period, all things are being considered. John 13 again says, verse 35, "By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another." And all things that the Lord gives through the dispensation of prophecy and measures, charity is a staple in the body. All right, it's a huge marker of the disciples of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that love shown one towards another. And knowing breakdowns and knowing prophecies and all of these different things are beautiful in their measure, according to their order, without maliciousness, without contention. But if you have not charity and have those things, it is nothing. It profiteth you nothing. You know, the scriptures say, better is he that has small understanding and feareth the Lord. You know, that ability to show forth your faith through action, and not just the remembrance of precepts and being able to express these scriptures, all right, through memory and breaking down the prophecies. If you have not charity, you don't have, it profiteth you nothing. Going back to 1 Corinthians 13. As a matter of fact, I want to grab this Greek word for charity, all right? And the word for charity is agape, all right? And it says affection, goodwill, love, benevolence, brotherly love, love feast. All right, now I went to the dictionary to get benevolence. All right, and benevolence says desire to do good to others, goodwill, charitableness. All right, and if you don't have that, you know, none of these other spiritual gifts profit you anything. You know, one beautiful thing about the ministry and the brotherhood is that charity is expressed in abundance. All right, this is 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 7, and it reads, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And above all things, all right, above all things have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. As every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So we are supposed to have fervent charity, all right, in that hospitality without grudging. You know, to use the gift that is in you, all right, as a minister unto the body of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Every brother has been given particular gifts, and when you don't use those particular gifts to benefit the body in charity, because charity doesn't always reflect monetary tangible money, all right, that's not always the form of charity. I mean, the truest form of charity is offering up the spiritual gift that is in you from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, to the body. But if the Lord has allowed you and blessed you with enough to give, it's a test of your faith, and it's a test of your own charity. And the Lord can give you all the spiritual gifts in the world, but if he gives you the opportunity to show forth charity and you withhold that, you know, that's something that you have to deal with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua with, because the scriptures say, as it says in 1 Peter 4 and 8, and above all things have fervent charity among yourselves. All right? Matter of fact, let's look at the blue letter. All right, so this is, let me go to 1 Peter 4. And I want to jump down to 8. I want to grab fervent. All right, so the Greek word for fervent is ektenes, or ektenes, and it says stretched out, earnestly, assiduously. All right, so let's look up assiduously. Okay. All right. So the definition. All right. Let's see. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Oh, okay, I got it. All right. So assiduously says constant, unremitting. All right. So we're supposed to have earnest, unremitting, all right, charity amongst the brotherhood. You know, and you see that, you know, when you travel amongst the camps and you see how brothers in camps and other camps interact, and you see the fellowship, you know, you understand the importance of charity. And going back into John the 13th chapter, all right, this is how you would know Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's disciples, by that charity that's shown amongst them. And like I said before, the charity is not always expressed in money, all right, or material. A lot of that charity can be seen in the spiritual gifts being offered, your time being offered. There's different forms of charity. But having all knowledge, having all prophecy, having all breakdowns means nothing if you don't have charity amongst the brotherhood. And that is something through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai that you learn as you grow into this truth. Going back into 1 Corinthians. All right, let me go to it. 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter. All right. Again, 1 Corinthians 13:2. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. All right. Because no man is an island. Every gift that is given for the profiting of the body. But if you're not charitable with the gift will be taken from you. And there's been many occasions and many accounts, in the scriptures and in the present time, all right, of having all knowledge and no charity. Verse 3 reads, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up. All right, so let's go to verse 4 in 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, and get that Greek word for vaunted. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 13:4. All right, and I want to grab vaunted, which is purpuroma. All right, and it reads, to boast oneself, a self-display, employing rhetorical embellishments and extolling oneself excessively. All right, so it's like to be braggadocious. All right, again, 1 Corinthians 13:4. All right, charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, boasteth not itself, and is not puffed up. All right, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, this shows you that charity goes beyond goods. It goes beyond substance. The spiritual gift that is within you, sharing that amongst the brotherhood, the time that you have to sacrifice to be amongst the brotherhood are examples of charity. Being able to be available to have a conversation with a brother who may need to vent, that's an example of charity. The brother Ash said some beautiful things, but one thing that he mentioned most of all was 1 Corinthians 13, and that's what stuck with me a lot, is that have not charity, I am nothing, because through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, that is the action behind the faith. If you believe that the man next to you is a man of the Lord, you would be kind and you would be charitable to that man. As a matter of fact, let's go to this. All right, we're going to go to 1 John 4:17. And it reads, now let me start at 20. No, I start at 19. So like it, 1 John 4:19. We love him because he first loved us. If a man say, I love Yahweh Shema Shai, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love Yahweh Shema Shai, who he hath not seen? All right, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, that's why charity is so important, is because, like Yahweh Shema Shai said, Yahweh Shai said it in Matthew the 25th chapter, all right, through the spirit of Yahweh. He said that as much as you have done it to these little ones, you have done it to me also. And that's how the brotherhood, the love, the charity is expressed. It's actually faith being expressed in action. Because for you to be charitable in the first place, you have to give up and sacrifice something. 1 John 4, and I'll end it with 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth Yahweh Bashim Shai loveth his brother, love his brother also. Alright, so through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai, that charity is an expression of that love that you have for Yahweh Bashim Shai. Because it's an expression of that faith that you have, that the Lord not only brought you to this, but that the men that are around you have been brought to this in truth and in sincerity. And a failure to not treat brothers as such has consequences through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Alright, so I just want to go through that in 1 John 4. Let's go back to 1 Corinthians 13. Alright, so 1 Corinthians 13 and 4 reads, Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up. Alright, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, alright, we are not to be boastful, or puffed up or envying, alright, but we are to be long suffering one toward another, in truth and in sincerity. Alright, we always open up our epistles, we close our epistles with truth and sincerity for most brothers, and that has to be lived, not just said. Verse 5 reads, doth not behave itself unseemly. So let's get unseemly. Charity behaveth itself not unseemly. Okay, so let's see. Unseemly is ashha moneo or aska moneo, or it says to act unbecomingly. Strong's definition says behave self uncomely, unbecoming. Thayer's Greek lexicon says, I'll start at, of a bald meant to act unbecomingly towards one, an example contextually to prepare disgrace for her. Alright, so to act unbecomingly. So let's go to the dictionary again. Let's get unbecomingly. So the word for unbecomingly is detracting from one's appearance, character, or reputation, unattractive or unseemly. All right, and charity is to do the opposite of these things. So I want to get the precept again with context. 1 Corinthians 13 and 5, it reads, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth. Alright, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, charity will never fail. Alright, it covers a multitude of sins through the spirit, and though you may have small understanding through the spirit, if you have charity, you cover a multitude of sins, man. Alright, in truth and in sincerity. Alright, again, this is 1 Peter 4. And I will jump down to I'll start at verse 6. For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to Yahweh Shai in the spirit. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And above all things have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. As every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Alright, so we are to do those things without grudging, with all truth and in sincerity, alright, to show that love amongst the brethren in hopes that it'll cover the multitude of sins that you've committed. Not to lord over brothers, but to be good stewards, as the scriptures have said. Again, 1 Peter 4 and 10. As every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of Yahweh Shema Shai. Alright, so every brother has received gifts, and through that gift that's been received in the Spirit, they show charity through that gift. And that shows that that manifold grace that Yahweh Shema Shai has bestowed upon the body. Because that charity that you show covers a multitude of your own iniquities. So I just wanted to go into a lesson on that, inspired by the conversations that me and the brethren were having with the beautiful fellowship we had with the Tampa camp over this weekend. And I just want to go into a lesson on that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Alright, so with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Shalom.